My people, it's about that time.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we are looking at the newest trillion-dollar man on Wall Street and the actions he's taken to predicate the future of the financial markets around the world. This is indeed the Oracle of Omaha, Mr. Warren Buffett. Most notable events we will be discussing in today's video, so you got that to look forward to. And if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you like this video and subscribe. I try to make a video every single day to try to help you get paid, and this is one of the ways we do it. We give away free Bitcoin, FREE BTC, every single Friday. That means you got one more day to qualify this week. All you need to do is leave a comment on any one of my videos. Shout out your city. Let me know where in the world you tuning in from, and a new winner will be chosen every single Friday. It is just that easy to get paid. Now let's do what it do. Let's go ahead and make this money. So here we go. This is the notable event of the day. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway closes above $1 trillion market cap. Now, please keep in mind that we do live in a world of hyper-stagflation, so he's not the first company to be valued at $1 trillion. I believe Apple was probably about, I want to say almost 10 years ago now. And since they did it, everybody's been doing it. This company goes on to say Buffett's companies joined 6 other U.S. companies, all in or tied to the technology sector. Very, very, very important. At more than $1 trillion, you have Apple, which was the first one, NVIDIA, Microsoft. I think NVIDIA is the most impressive, their recent growth. Microsoft, Google, parent Alphabet, aka the ABC boys, Amazon, and Facebook/Meta. Keep in mind, he has never actually split the original stock price of his company. So in order to get one Class A share, you need to pony up $696,000, making him the most expensive commodity on Wall Street. So it goes on to talk about how he did it. I think this is probably the most notable event that catapulted his gain, was Bank of America. And that's why I'm making this video, because more recent news, it's like you get the money and then you keep it. You know what I'm saying? I talked about going to Young Jeezy's concert the other day. You know, I'm sitting out there. This was like the first time I've been sober at one of them events. And I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting out there vibing with Jeezy, and he said, "How many of y'all get money out there?" And everybody started cheering. Then the next sentence he had, "How many of y'all keeping it?" And it was quiet. And I was like, oh, shoot. Not too many of y'all keeping it, but we live in a consumerist world. It's like consumerism 101. You get it and you give it. But this is how he keeps it. He is able to time financial markets. He has so much money in these assets that when he moves a little bit of it, the rest of the world looks at him and says, "Oh my God, Warren Buffett getting out. We got to get out too." Right? And it's a domino effect. So his firm recently sold $1 billion of Bank of America, but they still hold about 12% of the company, which is asinine. But that is the reality that we live in. Again, the quote, Oracle of Omaha controls nearly 12%. Last time I checked, that should qualify as a monopoly, and I thought those weren't good in our world until you get people that's actually winning and playing Monopoly, and then the rules don't apply to them. Like, people don't realize, like, the bank never runs out of money in Monopoly, because if they actually run out of physical paper, they can just, use real paper and make the money on that and keep a ledger. So it's crazy. It's like the bank never runs out. The bank never loses. So this is what the big news is today. Bank of America is still one of his biggest investments, but people really don't even realize how he was able to acquire so much equity in Bank of America. What had happened was there was a financial crisis, and I think it talks about it in this one. Real quick, if you haven't done it already, guys, if you appreciate this content, hit that thumbs up button. It does help YouTube get this message out to more people. Hit that thumbs up button. It does help YouTube get this message out to more people. They run their entire program on algorithms and engagement, so the more you engage with the video, the more people this message gets out to. But this is how it happened right here. Buffett, one of the world's most revered investors, starting investing in Bank of America back in 2011, meaning before the financial crisis. He didn't own one stock, but afterwards, he pumped in $5 billion. So basically, the price of Bank of America in 2011, I remember looking at it, it was less than like $3 a share. I was looking at this thing, and I think I probably even bought some. I only bought like $100, $200, $300 at the time. I didn't have much money to give. But if you had $5 billion, and you could prop up one of the largest mortgage underwriters in America. In fact, I think they are the number one mortgage writer in America. Well, then you can cash out about $35 billion, a short decade later. That's how the game works, people. Buy low, sell high. And this man just sold $1 billion of that $35 billion he was sitting on. Now, this is notable because he also recently sold Apple. He had a bunch of money in Apple, and at the beginning of this month, it's like he did it at the beginning, he did it at the end. So I think on the 2nd, August 2nd, he sold Apple about another 500 million, $1 billion, somewhere in there. And the market, really responded to that. So this is Bitcoin's chart. This orange circle shows the price action, and Bitcoin is connected to the rest of the financial markets. I mean, I can go to Dow Jones if that makes it easier, to kind of see the Warren Buffett effect on August 2nd. Boom, boom, right there. That's when Buffett sold Apple, and that's what the market did. That's a huge impact on the financial markets. We can pull up the candles for you guys, and you get a drop of more than 4% in just a few days. Now, granted, it's bought back up, it's rebounded, but we don't know how this is going to affect the markets. And that's why I'm saying it. Or if he sells another company or another company or another company. It's like he is holding so much cash at this point. He is more than ready for the next crisis / correction / depression. All he needed was $5 billion the last time. You know what I'm saying? To make 38 billion. I think now he has close to 250 billion cash just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could start his own country with that money and still be good. So it's crazy. There it goes right there. Berkshire's cash hoard, aka the largest money supply in America, Berkshire Treasury, 280 billion. And that's liquid. That's just, put it on the books. Bam, I got that. That's mine now. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play Monopoly in real life. So it's very interesting to watch. I don't think it will have such of a drastic impact on the markets as it did. We kind of know that this guy knows what's going to happen, and he's preparing for the inevitable, and that is a correction across the market. But this is what Bitcoin's price action is. I don't think it's necessarily going to sell off the market as it did. It sold off Wall Street 4 or 5% over a week, but then it rebounded. Bitcoin is still in between cycles. It's figuring out if it wants to consolidate even more. It can go down as low as 50K before it breaks up to retest, I would say, 65. Right now, we're still sitting at 60. So anything between 62 and 58 is just more consolidation, which means the move that's coming is going to be significant. When you have this much energy that's just triangulated itself within a small consolidated area. Energy does not like to be condensed for that amount of time. Like water wants to flow free. You put water in any given container for any given allotted amount of extended time, it will begin to deteriorate that container and break itself down. It's the universal solvent. It wants to run free, right? It wants to reconnect with other points of water. It wants to expand and extend itself, right? Express itself, go from water to vapor to, back to liquid again. It's crazy. But anyways, this is a big move coming up. It hasn't happened yet. My vote is for the up because water prefers to flow in the direction from which it came. And if we go back and we look at the trend, that direction is up and to the right. All that we've had in recent times is a short correction down and to the right. So what normally happens? Normally we get something like that. Boom, boom, boom. And we have a huge explosive breakout, which would take us north of $100,000. I think this move will be decided before the end of the year. We do have a major election coming up, /selection / appointment of King Bobblehead's second term. I don't think that's necessarily bad for Bitcoin. I've been advocating for him since he came on, Bitcoin 24 and spoke at Nashville and survived his own, attempt on his life. He is literally a man of the people at this point. Like it or love it, he is the voice, maybe not the hero Bitcoin needed or wanted, but the one that they needed. Like, it's crazy how these things come together. And even when you look at the strip, like when you look at the Las Vegas strip, Trump Casino in Vegas, like this is the only one that stands perpendicular to the strip. So half of the rooms, you can basically see the whole strip. It's like at a adjunct to it. Like the strip flows this way, but Trump is on the side and it's looking straight at it, perpendicular to it. But it looks like a big gold bar. And in his mind, in his life, gold has been the standard of value. But I think now he's starting to recognize Bitcoin as digital gold. And so he's advocating for that. And he understands that there are entities, organizations, oligarchs and governments acquiring this precious asset that we need to leverage for our viability in the future. Like, it's a monopoly game to him as well. And he sees that we're well behind, probably 10 years behind, the other players across the sea, in his mind. So it's just interesting to see how this comes together. Please note that I do not have a dog or a pony in that show or a dog in that fight. I do not participate in the kakistocracy known as American politics. However, as a spectator, I think it's, interesting to say the least when you can correlate significant events and tie it into the advocation of blockchain technology. This is the future. If gold was the unit of standard of the past, then you best believe Bitcoin, blockchain technology is the unit standard of the future. And I think one of the most notable quotes, that we can get from Mr. Warren Buffett is right here. In the process of making a company, Common A, Class A stock valued at nearly $700,000, this was the philosophy. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. When you're born in 1930, your logic is a lot simpler, ain't it? Straight up. But I think, looking back on the course of my life, this is one of the mantras that presented itself when I learned about Bitcoin, when I chose to invest my money in Bitcoin, and when I chose to try to tell others about Bitcoin. It was like they were too fearful to even attempt to learn about it. And that's the wrong way to go through life. It's like in the duality of all emotions, you either have love or you have fear. And I think from a financial standpoint, it is to our advantage to understand as much as possible and to, spectate and speculate on when these emotions enter the market. Like, is it greedy or is it fearful right now? what's in our best interest to be? Well, with Bitcoin, we always know against dollars, that chart is going up and to the right forever. As long as the government prints fake money that has no value tied to it, just the willingness for you to trade your time and or services for such said fake money, well, Bitcoin's going up and to the right because it's limited in supply. 21 million. We got computers all over the world running this network. We got countries all over the world buying this asset. So it's never going to zero, ever. Because for all we know, San Salvador, they said they not selling. You know what I'm saying? MicroStrategy not selling. Microsoft not selling. Even Berkshire Hathaway, who owns Circle Pay, who owns Poloniex, not selling. So you have oligarchs that are accumulating this asset at such a rapid rate, it really doesn't reflect in this price. This might be the cheapest time we can ever get it. I'm hoping for a pullback, but I'm not speculating on that because this is a life-changing opportunity. I was giving you the same message at Bitcoin 6,000 as I'm giving you at Bitcoin 60,000. Accumulate as much BTC as fast as possible. How do you do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. We got this thing called the boss method. I'm pretty sure once I build this out, it'll probably win a Nobel Prize one day. This is like Robin Hood of crypto trading. It allows you to maximize your time cost of money on any given asset at any given time using prime number numerology, sacred geometry, and a little bit of holistic insight. And it's like penicillin. It's free to the world. I share it on this channel, and I'm building a course to, build a dissertation around it. But if you want to trade with me, I'm in the market right now. I might not be Warren Buffett, but shoot, you know what I'm saying? I am the boss, and I'm teaching the world how to use my methodology. It's very, very, very useful. I made, I don't speak too freely on it, but I put in about 20 G's back in 2017, flipped out to $500,000 before 2018, and now I'm here to spread the good word. So this is how you do it. Drop your phone number in bossofbitcoin.com. I will send the link out to you guys this weekend, and we go build that group up. Right now it's about 20 people, 30 people on the wait list. I got to get you guys this link this weekend. So we got that to look forward to, and we go get this money together, right? So with that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out. Boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up button for a player one time. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss.
Huh. Arms.